Welcome to the Chyna Nicole Show. Anjahlah Selassie, Empress Selassie. How are you, Empress Anjahlah?
I'm fine, and greetings to everyone in Radio Land that's tuned in tonight.
Yes, we're all tuned in to 101.5 FM. We broadcast from Mount Vernon in the Bronx, and everyone can listen to us live on www.linkageradio.com or on TuneIn Linkage Radio, on Skype, Linkage Radio 1, and you can certainly call 914-662-6060 later on if you want to talk to Anjahlah Selassie. So, Anjahlah, please tell us, where were you born?
Well, I was born right in Panama, Colon. Thank you. I was born in Panama, Colon, and then I was shipped off to Jamaica when I was misbehaving, and I just keep traveling back and forth to both lands because my family's from both lands.
Your family's from both lands. So who's from where?
Okay, well, my grandfather from my mother's side, he's from Kingston, Jamaica. And they live in a small town in Jonestown, Septimus Street. And, you know, when things was, time for us to try to chill out, they send me to Panama.
Very nice.
So
your mother is from where? Your grandfather grandfather from Jamaica.
They're from Jamaica.
And your mom is from?
My mother's from Jamaica.
Jamaica, and your father's from?
And my father's from Panama.
You have a beautiful family. That's
you.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when did you come to America?
When I was about, I say, 10.
Okay, so most of your life has been in America, mostly.
Well, back and forth, all three places.
Okay.
All three places.
Did you aspire to join the entertainment industry when you were a little girl, or what did you want to do when you were growing up?
Well, my grandfather, he was George Bryan, they call him Baron, and he left Kingston and he came to Panama to work on the Canal Zone. And in there, he became one of the biggest promoters in Colon. There's a big article on him still on the internet. And, he was a promoter. He bossed Tito Fuentes, Celia Cruz, and a few others. They used to have a lot of shows. He had his own radio station. And growing up, he used to put me to run things in the studio.
And this was in Jamaica?
This was in Panama.
This is in Panama?
Yeah,
Okay.
He left Kingston to go to Panama. And there he opened up his club. And back then they charged $1 to come in. And
Dollar?
That's a big money back then.
So you were exposed to radio from a very early age from your grandfather.
Right.
And did you fall in love with radio at that point? Did you say this is something I want to do, or did you just kind of fell onto your lap? What do you think?
Well, it kind of fell into my lap because they wanted to keep me busy all the time, and they used to have me do a lot of things just to keep me out of trouble.
You keep mentioning that word, Anjahlah. Were you a troublesome picnic?
Well, it's not that. Growing up, everybody did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
You want to hang out. Your family's strict. They don't want you to go here. So you sneak off. You do things, and you get licks. You come back, and it's worth it though. You had your fun already.
Right.
So they said, yeah, let her go studio and operate some stuff.
Thank you for sharing that. So entertainment fell on your lap. You were just immersed in it from an early age. And I know you're educated. So talk about the education that you have received growing up and since you've been an adult.
Okay, well, I was the one who was nearly, to drop out of school because I didn't like school. And, I used to hang out with my friends, play music. We used to play music at my friend's house in Brooklyn. We used to just play music all day. And then, the truant officer came to the house.
Oh, my God.
And I came.
Everyone. We're on Linkage Radio. We're talking to Anjahlah Selassie, entertainer, radio broadcast on-air personality. We have Fred Locks in the building. We got Fred Locks, legend. And she's telling us that the truancy officer came to her home. Now, friends, a truancy officer is an officer who leaves the school grounds to go to your home to report to your parents that you have X amount of days absent from school. So, Anjahlah, I love the rebelness. I love.
Yes.
No, so, but you turned that around though, positively. Talk about that. Yeah. I mean, you're educated. Talk about entering college. Like, how did that all evolve?
How that happened? you know, you're in the music industry, you're hanging out, you're in places. I was running around with some friends that were, since we moved from Brooklyn to Queens in the 9th grade, I met some friends, British English friends of mine. We all started hanging out, a lot of nice people. But then one by one, I started to see things and realize that, you know, people do other things than music. They're good at music, but they do other things too. So when my crew started to dismantle, and then it was left, I was like the last soldier standing, I realized that I got to straighten up and start going back to school and get it together. And then I started going back to school.
Where'd you go to college or high school? Where'd you go to high school?
Well, in Lawrence.
In Lawrence?
Yeah,
Where?
in Lawrence.
Where is that?
That's out in Long Island. They
Oh,
had
okay.
yeah, because they kicked me out of a few schools.
I love the honesty. That's the best interviews.
No, I'm telling you, they did. They kicked me out of a few schools. And we had friends with the same last name, so we make them check us back in, serve as our uncle or something, get back into school.
Okay. So you graduated from Lawrence, this high school in Lawrence.
Right. So, and I just started to study like communication arts and, you know, radio. I always studied music in the background of what I was doing. And, you know, I just started to get it straight. And then, you know, you start to mature and you realize, you know, you need to really, you know, take
So
life
who helped
serious
you
and-
with the the evolution for you going from high school to college, that transition?
Well, I must say my friends in the street that I know.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, like I said, they're who they are. They're good people, but they're just sometimes in the wrong place, the wrong time, and things happen. And these are the things that, you know, they start talking to me and say, you know, make sure you don't do this so this don't happen, and you know, you should straighten up. And you know, so my friends used to always talk to me. And
Were your parents also instrumental in you going to college?
oh yeah, my father was a sergeant from the service. And, you know, I was in the service and they kicked me out because in the morning I would play music.
Fred Locks.
I would play music in the morning and I would charge $3 for coming to the session.
I can't believe it.
I said I charge you paid $3 to come in, and the lieutenant officer there, she you know, I was running things in the girls' barracks, and so she didn't like the power because, you know, she used to come in and say everybody up and nobody move.
So you went to so you were drafted, or you went?
No, my father put me in there because I wasn't.
Just kind of straighten you out.
Yeah, because
Big up, Daddy.
All of my friends, he didn't like none of my friends, and I said, "But Dada, those are my friends."
I got tears. You have my glasses on, so I'm trying to conduct the interview.
Yeah.
Red Lock, stop making me laugh. Anjahlah Selassie,
Yeah.
you're great. You know, you're honest, and Linkage
Well-
listeners, we're enjoying you because you're just so honest. And you know, here it is that rude girl. You're a real rude girl.
I was behaving. I really was. I like my friends.
Okay, so you went to what college did you go to? What college?
I
did you go?
went to Hofstra. I went to
Okay.
Manhattan.
And what did you
College.
study in Hofstra?
And at first I was studying the nursing thing, but I never work out.
Okay.
And then I said, let me go back and do broadcasting because I like that.
Did you
So,
finish?
Yeah, I finished that. And
Congratulations!
Then,
Yay!
thank you.
You finished. You got your college degree in broadcasting.
Yes, I finished. And then, you know, I had went around to a few studios, and it wasn't just like what I was growing up on.
So, what was
know?
your first professional radio experience? What
Well,
was
I was underground for a long time.
okay. So, what stations were that?
that
Was
was
it
with,
online back then?
Well,
Were they online?
we had our
Okay, I get it.
Van
So,
Doodle thing,
right.
and it
Okay,
was good.
okay.
I had a lot of listeners.
And you had a
followers.
lot of followers.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it was and then I was working with Quality Radio with Goldfinger
Okay.
and Head Gone, and you know, I had Rankin Joe and Mikey Jarrett.
Big up to Rankin Joe's wife and
Brigadier-
Rankin Joe.
Yeah, Brigadier Cherry and
Family
everyone. They
friend,
all
Brigadier.
used to. I interview all of them. I said, "Wanna come?" Let's look
So,
at the
from this
station.
underground station is where you met all of the celebrities.
Yeah,
More
I,
than
well,
one.
I've known them from, you know, the different dances and stuff. I've seen them around, and you know, they're so friendly with everyone and stuff like that.
And you're a pretty girl, so they gravitated to your looks.
Well, okay, thank you, but
Cute
you
to
know,
cute,
we
short
had,
and little petite and thing.
we had a nice relationship,
funny.
so they came and I interview them.
Okay.
And
So that's how you
No,
made your
they're
mark.
always
You were
like
going to
that.
dances, and you had your on-air gig going on
Yeah.
for many years, and met many celebrities in the process.
right.
And that's how you immersed into this
That was it was underground
promotion.
because it was very
Gigantic
hard.
person. I mean, she's a gigantic force. She has a promotions company. Now, let's talk about that. Let's talk about where you are now
Okay.
with your promotions company and radio,
Okay.
because you're doing big things.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, I like to stay behind the scenes of things.
Why?
As you know.
Why?
The reason why I like to stay behind the scenes of things is because I really don't, since I'm so busy, it's hard to sometimes go in front and do everything just wide open and, because behind the scenes is where it's at, handling a lot of the artists' music, their promotions. And I just want to say to all of the artists that's out there, I always said to you, update your bios. They do a lot of work. And if they don't keep refreshing their bio, and credits and stuff, things can get lost in the process. So just getting bios and finding their old albums. A lot of artists don't have their original material from when they started. And so, trying to go to the different record shops and, find the vinyl and go online and searching for their, for their
Right, the discography
original-
and all that stuff.
original
Yeah.
things that they had, flyers.
Okay.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
work.
Right, right.
So I put together a lot of press kits for a lot of them with the promotions. They call me and they'll ask me if I can put together a nice promotion for them, press kits. And so that's work. So behind
So-
the scenes, I would do a lot of the artists' press kits and give it to them, and then they will have it.
Where can artists contact you if they are? So that's
Yeah.
promotions and PR, right?
That's promotions and PR work, yeah.
Where can they contact you?
It's DJ Empress Anjahlah at gmail.com.
Say it again.
DJ EMPRESSANJAHLA at gmail.com.
Awesome.
Talk in the mic.
Okay.
Yes. So you are providing promotional and public relations services for artists right now because you
Right.
know that you know the business.
Yes.
And who tell us the people that you've worked with that you've been successful with.
Well, I'm
With
ranking
promotion.
Joe's PR right now,
What?
and I've been his PR for like almost 5 years. I work closely.
He just went to Japan and Europe.
Yeah,
He's
that
doing
was
big things.
yeah. That's one of his tours he just had. I
And
work
some of that
with,
contributes to you, like you were a part of helping
Yeah.
making that happen. Very nice.
and work closely with his manager. He's also one of the last veteran
Yes.
producers standing, which is General Lee from High Power Music. And General Lee keep ranking Joe on a lot of nice tours and everything. We have great relationship. We help each other out. And it's just really great. It's really great. We have
Awesome.
great music.
Awesome. Who else do you would you say is successful with
Well,
your
Clement
works?
Irie, also, Robert French. Who else? There's
You've named a lot of veterans.
Um,
a few veterans, rather.
Well, I know them from small,
know
going
them
to Jamaica on my cousin's block and stuff. But it's funny because I met Clement over here. And then when I went back to Jamaica, he knew my cousin. He knew a lot of friends of mine, my cousin's friends, and everybody was just, hanging out, going to the dance. And it was just nice. Jamaica, nice. Jamaica, nice. Jamaica, nice.
Robert French is from Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Panama's nice,
So-
it's just niceness. It's just niceness. I have in Panama, El General, some of the veteran artists who bought the reggaeton, the Spanish reggae, little Jamaica where, the father's family is from. They have a lot of veteran artists I also know personally. So sometimes they know that I used to have a data processor back then.
Right.
They would link me and say, "Oh, can you put my name on this? I have a dance. I'm doing something," and then that's how it started. Everyone just started coming to me to do it, and till today, it's still the
That's
same
amazing.
thing. So,
Women doing big things. Fred Locks is shaking his head. Veteran here from Moody's is here with us, and we're saluting you and the work that you're doing. And I just want to say thank you for having me on your show, opening up your arms to me.
Oh, yes.
Publicly. I would like to just thank you.
You are amazing.
I just wanted to tell you that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're amazing. So
you're amazing.
Now, are you still accepting new clientele to your business?
But yes, it's all the time. It's all the time. I have a lot of...
you want to give the email address out again?
Yeah, it's DJ Empress Anjahlah @gmail.com. And I do have a lot of artists, new music artists, showcase in the development and support of, just giving them some airplay and reading their bios and really taking a listen to what they're saying, as well as the veteran artists too. We have a lot of music out there, and it's nothing like new music as well. So, I work with new artists, and the veteran artists that I work with, I still work with some of them. They still link me till today.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure since this interview, many will be coming. And you're wearing the Jamaica paraphernalia, celebrating Jamaica.
Yes.
So talk about, we're going to do a tribute to Red Dragon, and we're closing out the interview. Talk about Red Dragon. What do you want to say since we are live on the archive?
Man.
Because I didn't know him. I only met him a while ago. I don't want you to start tearing up because we're going to play some
good
music to make you feel better. And all of his fans.
He lives on through his music.
Anything special you want to tell people?
Well, Red Dragon loves the color red. I can tell you that. He loves his music. He loves his big brother Florigan. He sparred with my cousin Daddy Lizard, and the three of them are like brothers. People in the world swear they're brothers because they're very close. Are you
going to be going to any of the services or anything like that, or coordinating anything here?
At this time, what we did was, I've always supported Florigan. You know that.
Yes.
You know that, and he's my friend. He's like a brother, and I've always supported him. So if anyone, came to me and they wanted to do anything with Florigan, I would tell them, just contact him. He works with you. But his little brother, when we were in Jamaica, was always, singing songs for the girls. Right. Red Dragon has many songs, Girl Pitney style, because all of his songs mostly was for the girls or teaching you how to dance with the song. Right. He was a person that liked to tell jokes and very humble, down to earth, very businesslike. He always liked to, buy like houses and just really try to, shape his future.
So let me ask you.
He was a very humble person.
Okay. Are you having something here for Red Dragon?
Well, right now when Florigan comes back,
you'll sort that out?
Because right now that's like the last thing, because we spoke about it, and he's trying to settle up everything first, and so the dates and the flying back and forth, we have to know exactly when.
Okay. Well, any encouraging word? Do you have any encouraging words you'd like to tell aspiring females, especially, or just people in general, especially since you've just shared with us that you weren't that typical academia student. You were a child that, got into some trouble, and not major trouble, but, you didn't kind of walk the straight, narrow path, which is fine, because look at the outcome. So especially to those are that, schools are kicking them out of school, teachers and principals are kicking them out of the class, and they are just going in the wrong direction. Any specific positive encouraging words that you would like to share, because you've straightened out your life and become this amazing promotional entrepreneur and radio broadcaster?
Growing up, my mother, she's a Sunday school teacher, and the most important thing is to always keep God in your life. No matter what you're going through, no matter what your day is like, no matter what, you always keep God in your life and know that you can turn to him and pray about anything, and he's going to take care of it. And you're going to know that he took care of it because he's going to send someone to deliver that message to you. And you're going to know. It may not be right away. It may not be today, tomorrow, but he takes care of it. So, you just have to pray and leave things and trust in God all the time, even with your life, because life is a gift. From the minute you wake up in the morning, you give thanks for life. And, you just trot on through and know that, without God, don't care what you do, if it's music, if it's going to school, if it's going without him, you're no one, because he's the one who sustains life, period. So that's what I tell everyone. When you feel that, oh, this is too much, I can't do it, just ask God to give you strength, so you can trot on through,
Wow, very powerful, and I'm serious, and very just embracing. I'm serious, and I'm embracing everything you're saying, because I know that many can identify with you.
Well, I'm just going to say, everyone, when you're growing up, as a young person, you don't want to hear. You have to learn you have to live and learn. And basically, I had to live and learn. I had strict parents, and I guess that's why I wanted to, the more they tried to shelter me, the more I wanted to go out, and so I would just rebel against that. And so, they tried everything, and I was just rebelling. That's the age. That's the age growing up. And, so the radio, the music was my outlet, because I can hear some great Dennis Brown, and I would just, I would just think and meditate about life.
Well, we're going to wrap up because you said something that you're about to do. So we're going to wrap up right now on Linkage Radio 101.5 FM, the number one station in the nation and in the world. And Anjahlah Selassie is going to take over the wheels, and we're going to hear her play some Red Dragon and a couple more selections. So you keep it locked right here on 101.5 FM. Thank you so much, Anjahlah Selassie. We love you.
Welcome, blessed.
I keep it locked to Linkage Radio 101.5.